And then let's go ahead and get started with, let me see. Hopefully you guys have done birthday messages, but if you have not yet, do your birthday messages. And then let's do a curiosity post. I'm sure most of you guys have gotten your email or saw the live video if you're a 1-star to know that Patch officially launched for everybody today. So pretty exciting day here for us. It should be a pretty eventful weekend for us with that going on. So let's do a curiosity post about patch-ups. If you guys ordered, I'll give you a few examples. When I did my curiosity post, I did a little collage and I put like my thank you for ordering, like my order receipt, a selfie, like I'm so excited, and then I did like a picture of the patches, and I was just like, I'm all patched up, are you? So that's an example of like a curiosity post for the patches. So let's do that. Do your birthdays, send out Power Hour reminders, and do a curiosity post for the patches, please. Okay, I see Miss Alicia now. So Alicia, I made you a co-host, so you should be able to mute and unmute.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'll let you take over. I don't know if you heard, but we're just doing reminders, birthdays, and a curiosity post for today's patch-up launch.
Okay. That's good. And while everybody is doing that really quick, I'm going to go grab my laptop charger.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Did you say you made me a host? I think so. And when you guys are done with the patch up post and the birthdays and everything Allie had you do, just make sure you put done in the chat so I know when to move on. Is Maury on here?
I thought I saw her, maybe, but I don't see her now.
What about Lindsay? Lindsay's on. Okay, I have some helpers today that are going to help me get through this power hour because I completely had Maddie's shots and whatnot for middle school and groceries and family coming, blah. Anyways, I'm so sorry that I was late, and I'm glad that Allie could get us going. So did everybody put done or not done? No? Lindsay, are you able to unmute yourself? Or maybe Allie can.
I will make her a co-host too, as long as I can.
Okay.
I'm here, but it's a little bit crazy. I have a lot of kids with me. I need to go outside.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you when you need to go outside. I thought Maury was going to get on here with us. But Lindsay is going to go over some stuff about kind of following up and how to keep your retention up. And then Maury was going to go over some stuff about how you set your brand new customer up for success and kind of how you troubleshoot with them, finding out, how much protein somebody needs, how much calories they need by doing like a BMR calculator with them. So she's a very useful tool for me because I use her a lot whenever I'm having trouble with a customer that, I may not know exactly what to say to them or know exactly what could be going on with them when I'm troubleshooting with them, and she always makes sure that, they're getting enough calories and they're not going below that amount that they need. No, don't do that. No. I'm on the phone. So, Lindsay, if you get a second, you can hop out and talk about your follow-up system and your retention. Lindsay is super organized. She's one of my rock stars as well, and she brings a lot of value to our team, and I just love her.
Yep, I'm ready. So with my follow-ups, I write everything down, which really helps a lot with at the end of the month when you do contests, because it's all right there. You don't have to, I use my reports in the back office, and I have a report built that I built myself, and it's basically all of my orders. So from trial packs to control kits. And I basically write down every one of my orders. And I put them in date order, so that way each week on Mondays and Tuesdays, I follow up with my customers that had previously ordered that, the week prior. And then on Fridays, of course, is our follow-up Friday. And that's when I do on follow-up Fridays, following up with potentials or people who say that they were going to order. And using your search feature in your Facebook Messenger, if you use Facebook Messenger as your form of communication, I guess, for the most part. I use the search feature, and you can put your link and search it, and then it will tell you everyone that you've sent your link to. That's a really good one to do. So today is Friday, so that is a good task that everyone could do. And then, so as far as my follow-ups, of course, when you sell a trial pack or a control kit, your customers that, your customers that, are brand new customers, you always want to make sure you're following up with the most. So I always follow up. I send instructions right away, and then follow up with, hey, did you get your product or have you started yet? And then, of course, how's it going? Are you loving your products? And you always want to be positive. That's a huge thing that I learned in the beginning. If you just ask them, hey, how's it going? You're going to get a lot of negativity. I'm not really sure why. I guess it's because people downplay the product. They don't expect it to work. They don't expect to be getting results. They just, it's a negative thing for them. I don't know why, but I had to talk to Alicia and lots of our team members and figure out, like, okay, there's my problem, is I wasn't making a positive out of it, which is huge. So if you ask them, hey, how's it going? Are you loving your products? Instead of, how are you doing? If you put that positive in there, they're more apt to come back with a positive experience. And you always want to make it personable. Make them really know, like, you really are not just there for the sale. You want to know, like, hey, I'm really here. I want you to lose weight. If that is, obviously what your customer's going for, then you really want to help them, troubleshoot with them. And then as far as my previous customers, usually once a month, I make sure to follow up with everyone. I use my notebook that I have everything in, and make sure I contact or keep in contact with everyone. Whether it is asking them about products, telling them about new products, which is a really easy conversation starter right now. Since our patches came out, that's a really easy way to get in contact with tons and tons of your past customers, maybe people who have fallen off, getting them to get interest in our patches. These patches are amazing and are going to do great things for everyone. To me, they're a pretty easy sell. I mean, if people have any idea the benefits, it is just, like Tanya always says, like every human walking being, even animals, can benefit from the products. I mean, it's crazy. And our patches are like the best form of product of the CBD that you can get right now. You don't really want to say that because it'll start an argument with people who also sell CBD. It's not worth it. I'm totally getting off track. I'm just like super excited about the patches and everything. Alicia, are you going to talk anything about the patches or anything like that?
I wasn't going to, but I mean, I can if you want me to.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe towards the end, we could do like a question and answer type thing, because I know you and I have posted quite a bit in our groups, and Allie's provided us with a lot of information too. So I know we're pretty geared, and there might be some other people on here that might not be as geared towards it. And so I'd love to do a question and answer thing. I know Maury is going to jump. She's on here now, and she's going to talk about some ways to get people started and set up just the right way. And I know there's a lot of people that could benefit from hearing how we set people up and how we train people too. Maury, Lindsay, aren't you like the most organized person in the entire world?
Well, I try to be, but sometimes I think I do a little more than necessary, but for me, that's just what works for me. Like, I know other people do, you know, like the note cards, and I tried that in the beginning, but
you go as far as like you write down like every yard sale that you post in, you write down every customer, what they bought, what the was, and what can book it.
Yeah. I can go over that real quick.
I think just finding your own like niche and how you do things, because I would like to write everything down, but most of the time I keep it in a calendar, especially like reorders that I've already gone through or whatever. But I mean, everybody's going to find their own niche, and yours is absolutely just writing everything down and using that as your system.
Yeah.
So I wanted to touch on that and let everybody know that there's got to be some kind of system that you have in place in order to continue with the retention and the following up and how we do it.
Definitely. So the easiest way that I've found is to have like a scratch notebook and carry it everywhere. Always have, I have like this notebook with me everywhere. It's inside. I can't get it right now, but so when I join interest groups or yard sales, I go all the way to the back page and put them in order as I'm like accepted into the group. And that way I have my list there. Now, previously, what I did with the stuff that I'm like the groups I'm already in, I went on my Facebook page. You go to your groups and then you'll like drag and select every group, which I'm in a lot of groups, so it takes a little bit. And then you copy it over to like a Word document and print all of your yard sale groups. That will help ensure that you are hitting, you know, different groups every day instead of flooding the same ones over and over and over. And then in my notebook, instead of having to like reprint that all the time, that's why I would have my notebook. So I'd keep track of the ones that I'm just getting added to again. But then as I add people from groups, like say a yard sale site, I have a hot post or whatever, I write down every single person's name. And then I make sure to get them into my customer group. So add tag message, right? ATM, yeah. So you add them to the group, you tag them in your welcome post, and then you message them saying, hey, I just added you into the group. And then, you know, after a week or so, you can follow back up with them because you have their names right there on your paper. Hey, I added you, or hey, how are you doing? Are you loving the group? Do you have any questions? Can I help answer anything? Are you ready to get started on some products? I'd love to help you start your weight loss journey. Anything to get them talking. And you always want to have those questions in there because you want them to talk to you. It's not, you know, an A conversation. It's an A-B conversation. So you got to keep it going. But yeah, that's also in my big notebook is all of my yard sale sites, and I have it all color coded, and it's my lifeline.
Well, thank you for your little tips and your advice. Maury, are you able to unmute yourself I can't. Allie.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Hello. How are
This is my
you?
friend Lauren. I'm good. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that long, but I thought I would share what I do when talking to somebody about the getting involved with the supplements, and then into the day before. I track their packages. The day before it gets in, I let them know, Yahoo, your order will be arriving tomorrow. Are you ready for your BMR protein calculation? And I do that for each and every one of my people. That way, right off the bat, they know their guidelines about getting the best results, calorie-wise, protein intake-wise, water-wise. I wish I had done that from the very beginning, but I did not. But now I've been doing it for the last couple of months. And my retention, I'm happy to say, I hope I'm not going to jinx myself, is pretty much spot on. And I think that maybe, possibly, hopefully, it will help each and every one of y'all to just make that part of something that you do. It is not hard. The BMR calculation that I use, it was given to me by, recommended by my endocrinologist. And it is simply, of course, whether they're male or female, age, height, current weight, their goal weight, and their activity level. Now, a lot of people are going to think this is what's going to be, you're going to have to nail down, is the activity level, because they're going to say, oh, I'm fairly active, when in fact they're probably not even moderately active. So the way I pinpoint it is ask them specifically, how many days a week when you're exercising, whatever type, do you keep your heart rate elevated for at least 30 minutes? And that makes them really think about it. And I let them know that this calorie and protein intake is going to be based off of that. So that's where the results will come in. I hope that helps.
I love that because, I mean, we're a health company. We're not just, here's some diet pills, because that's not what we are either. And I think a lot of people fall short in thinking that this is going to be a quick fix for them. And so when we want to set them up for success, we want to go that extra mile. And I love that you've done that and you teach that among our team. And that's why I wanted to have you on here to teach it among everybody else, because, like you weren't on earlier, but I did say that you've come to my rescue many times for my customers, and where I could just say, I'm stuck. What should I do for them? And we work it out together. And you've done that personally for me too. So I know it works firsthand, and I know that it works for the people that I've set up with it. And you even go the extra steps in your instructions that you send to people, and you, if you set them up with the shakes, you give them a couple of recipes, which is exactly what you do every day. So you're the product of the product, and you're also, giving everybody out what you do, what set you up for success, because you've had great success with our products and sticking to the plan. And so, I mean, it can't be anything less than you setting them up, them being actually consistent with our products, for you to be on my team and be one that has so much success with all of their customers. I think that a couple months ago, I did find out that you were one that has so many people that have reached their weight loss goals, is why you couldn't keep your numbers up. But I would rather anybody be that way. You know, you can't keep your numbers up because you've had so many people reach their goal weight and their health, to where, you know, I mean, they don't need our products anymore, or they just need to go down to, you know, 1 dose a day just to maintain, or whatever the case may be that you've reached with them. You know, it's not because you're not doing your job isn't why they're falling off. They're falling off because you've reached their goals with them.
Well, where I failed, Alicia, where I failed on that, and y'all tried to tell me, I just wasn't hearing it, was that's when I should have offered taking that extra step and getting them to become a selling associate. That is where I failed. I have since learned, and I have a few.
And you're rocking it now.
Thanks that Tammy Miller and her reach out, her texting blitz. I have to give shout outs to Tammy Miller for that. I reached out to some of those that reached their goal weight, and there are a handful that are thinking about coming back and going to be actively selling, teaching those steps. So I wish I had not have failed, but I did. I admit that.
You didn't fail. You just didn't have the tools at your hands to know what we needed to do that
well,
further.
it wasn't from the lack of people not telling me, because I was told. I just wasn't hearing it.
It happens. It happens, and we've moved on, and you've got some
lesson learned. But Alicia's right. I do give a example of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and if the replace, I do that in the first message the day before when I'm letting them know, hey, it's going to be delivered tomorrow. And I also get them, I try to pump them up, get them excited, and get, when are you going to start? A lot of people will get their product on Friday or Saturday and think they have to wait till Monday. This is not you can start on a Saturday if you want to. But that's what I do, and I hope that information maybe helps somebody out there that was struggling like I was.
Yes, and I love it. And last night, if you weren't on Power Hour last night with Jonathan Brister and Ty, they went over just a really cool thing that Kaylee Cyber had, you know, it had trickled down to everybody. And I don't think I've ever implemented it until last night. And it's simple, easy little script that you send to somebody who tells you that they're having great results. You know, I've lost 3 pounds, or I can fit into these pants, and, you know, you pump them up, you're excited for them. That's awesome. I'm really glad that, you know, I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. And since you're having a great start, I wanted to see if you want your referral link to earn some extra money or even free products. And you just leave it at that. And I sent that to 3 people last night, and all 3 of them said, absolutely, please send me my referral link. And I know that it's been working for others too, because I've been getting great feedback from my team. So it's just something simple. I'll put it in the chat too. But, I mean, you always learn something on Power Hours, and so it's crucial to jump on. I mean, I've been doing this 3 years, and I've never said that to anybody in that way, and it just clicked. I mean, I love getting little tips and feedback from everybody and learning new things. But I appreciate you jumping on, and if anybody has any questions, stay on here, okay? If anybody has any questions. Suzanne, what link do I send? I just screenshotted their marketing sites in the back office, and then I give them their link with the /enroll at the end of it, because that opens it up for anybody to at least get their hands on their link, and they can go and look at it, and then they can, you know, talk with me further. And I always say, here's this link, and here's your try now link. If somebody wants a trial, we can do it that way. I always encourage putting me, them, and whoever they have talking into a 3-way chat, whether on the phone, in text message, or in Messenger. I always try to get like a group chat, like a 3-way chat, One, for the third-party validation, and two, so I know that I'm setting my new person up for success, and I'm not just throwing them out to the wolves or their friends and family. And it looks like they have more confidence and they know how to talk to people right from the, get-go. And so I'll talk to people and I'll say, I'll simply go down the list. Do you drink water? Do you eat breakfast? All those questions that I ask to even, a new person that I'm just talking to. So then my new person who's talking to their friends and family knows how to talk to people, is confident in what they're saying and why we're saying it. So that's kind of how I set people up, and how I'm going about it is I just screen capture their marketing side. I say, this is in your back office. If you log in, you can see it. And you can just copy it from there. It's a simple link, or here is your link. And I give them, Alicia Williams at TrueVisionHealth.com /the enroll. That's kind of how I do it. And yeah, Maury says, I'm excited to help you. Yes, that's exactly, those questions are exactly what I send, just in more like of a bullet point form, which works for me. This I can't even speak. Works for Maury. We all kind of do it differently, but we all have that same idea of getting that person set up with the right product for what they need, and then helping them along the way. Not only is that going to help your business as far as retention, because they're going to continue ordering, but it's also going to teach them that if they ever want to replicate what you've done, they have the tools to do that too. Does anybody have any questions for Lindsay or Maury? They're both like brilliant at what they do, and getting people started off on the right foot, and I use them often. And if you have any questions about the patch-ups, I know Allie would be welcome to answer questions too with us. If I don't know the answer, I'm sure she does.
Hey, I'm not sure if you guys want to talk about it or not, but I've already been getting lots of questions on like how to get customers who are not signed up yet, with our tools link and all that. Is there any way we could go over that real quick? I mean, I know it. I just wasn't sure if like Allie or somebody wanted to go over it, just to help with other people having those questions.
Allie can if she would like. If there's been videos put out, I've been at the doctor's office and the grocery store, so I haven't seen anything in the last 2 or 3 hours.
I can explain a little bit if any. Oh, okay, go ahead, Allie.
No, you can go ahead, Lindsay. Go right ahead. Explain, please.
All right, so your pricing structure is going to be all right, so the way that Allie is selling it sort of like our combo. So your first, as an associate with the enrollment, your first order is going to be $80. After that, you're $65, and then your loyalty perks for future orders. So that makes you an associate for 1 year, and you get your wholesale pricing. For now, they told us that preferred customers are going to have that same price, but they are preferred customers. So for them to become an associate, they do have to get that enrollment fee or buy the 159 or larger, just like normal. As far as if they purchase both patches, so your first order is going to be the 129, and then it drops to the 114. Let's see here. Retail for the CBD patch is $83, and retail on the Harmony patch is $61. So when we do that with the tools link, for retail and preferred, you're going to go to your True Vision tools just like normal. Select obviously preferred or retail. Those two are going to be the same. The same as the way you're going to follow these steps. So put your username in, select the country, preferred, and then the first selection box is going to say create a free account or something similar to that. It's like a little laptop picture. And that is going to be, so your new customers, people who have not purchased with us and have an account, that is how you're going to get your new people in to purchase the patches. So they're going to set up an account, and then they are going to log back into their account using the office2.truevisionhealth.com. And then at the top, it should say patches are now available to order. And then they can click that top banner, and that will take them to the link to order. So our True Vision tool, or our patch ups and our combo are two separate stores. So if you're in your back office like normal, looking through all of our products, you're not going to see the patch ups there. You have to click that top banner. If you log into your back office, what I did was just screenshot it and circle it, and that's how I was sending people the information. That way it's not confusing for them. Now, as far as when you're doing your associate accounts with the True Vision tools, you're going to go to True Vision tools like normal, put in your username, and then you're just going to click next through it. You're not going to select anything, like any products or members. You don't have to select anything. It will automatically prompt you that $15 associate membership fee. And so, okay, go ahead.
Well, because I'm trying to do it and I didn't put anything in my cart, and it's not creating a bit.ly.
Are you on associate?
Yeah.
I just did it a minute ago and I didn't have a problem with it.
Maybe it's my stuff. Because we don't have like an enrollment thing, right?
You don't have to, you click associate, and then when it brings up like the products, you just click past that. You click next. And it
Finalize.
Yeah. And then
Because there's
your
no
link.
my cart.
See if you can search enrollment. Because I think they did have that tab in there at one point.
Right.
Or that little picture icon.
They took that enrollment out. You just, as soon as you click on associate, you click summarize or summary, I think it says, and then finalize. And then it will let you generate the bit.ly. Unless they stopped it in the last 45 minutes.
So So then for your associates, they're going to create that account and pay that $15 membership. And then they're going to log back in, and that's when they're going to see their banner at the top that gives them the option to purchase the patch ups. They're doing free shipping on them right now. And they also talked about the merchant is a European merchant, I want to say. It's something to do with the whole CBD thing. And, you know, like regulations and all that. So with debit cards, small banks, they said they probably are going to still have issues, just like we all had issues with getting our cards to accept. They didn't answer anything about the Discover cards. No one had asked that. I'm not sure about that one. But they said small banks or credit unions will probably flag it. What else? The patches are made in the U.S. That was a common question. Oh, let me look and tell you. I took notes during the call, so it was, okay, so we never want to say anything can fix anything. We do not fix anything. We can help aid with symptoms. CBD, so when people are asking, okay, what's the difference? CBD helps aid in the relief of pain and mood enhancing. I mean, there's like tons and tons and tons of other things that you could list for that, but we never, ever, ever can say that it fixes anything. We cannot make medical claims, and we do not cure diseases. As far as the Harmony patch, it is going to help aid with symptoms of menopause, and of course, we have tons of other help aid with heavy periods, cramping, irregularity, female imbalance. That was the like proper terms that they were using for the Harmony patch. The Hyper Wallet will work with the patches, except for people in Australia. And I can't really, I think I covered everything that I would want to tell everyone that is curious about patch info. Can you guys think of anything else? I saw a question about the bit.ly links for the patches. You can use the your bit.ly link for them to create an account, but no, it is not technically in the TrueVision tools. They said that, you know, they're obviously working on getting all of this figured out, making it easier processes and everything. But yeah, you have to, so for a new customer, you have to get them to create their account depending on, you know, what pricing structure they want to order with. And then that is the bit.ly link that you would use. Allie, did that cover everything like you would think?
I think so. Did anybody have any other questions? about it. It's one of those things that I think that everybody just needs to take a second, go do what she's telling you to do. Like, just take a second and go look at it. And then you may find that you have questions. So if you have the ability to go do what she's saying to create the links and the bit.lys, just go do it so that we know that if you have any questions, we can troubleshoot that really quickly. But I think it's just going to take everybody just taking a second to walk themselves through it so that they know how it's done and then there's no questions. And I would actually suggest the same thing for you guys, for your team, is that you go tell them these are the steps. Everybody go right now and make your links, and then they can be saved, and then it's the same link every single time that you're going to use for each pay level. Thank you, Wendy. So that would be my suggestion for you guys on that, because it's kind of like a learn as you go thing, because, you know, this isn't something so different than what we were just doing a few months ago, but we've sort of gotten so used to the tools and it being so simple there that this is going to be just a little bit of a learning curve again for people to get used to, that this portion of it is a little bit different.
Yeah, definitely. What I did to kind of speed my process along is I went in and created my membership links for my retail, my preferred, and my associate, and saved them in my notepad. So that way it's right there. You know, you're not doing it constantly for each customer. It's always there for you to grab.
Yeah, and I send all of my links to myself in Messenger and Facebook Messenger, and so I can just easily copy and paste it to anybody. What did that say? You don't need the codes? No, you don't need any codes. If you just create it through TrueVisionTools.com, that literally takes like the code and customizes it just for you. And I tried it from my phone through TrueVisionTools.com and my computer. But I think my computer is squirrely and it had a $35 fee, so I already sent it to my ESR, and she wants me to send it to Web IT, and they will refund anybody if anything gets squirrely, like it charges you $35 instead of $15. They'll always make it right. So, like Allie said, just make sure that you go and you replicate this to your teams. That way they have an idea on what to do. Especially if it's a brand new person, you want to be armed with the best advice and the best instructions to give them. You don't want to be, you know, losing a customer because you don't know what to tell them. So just make sure you're arming yourself with the best instructions to give to somebody else. Any other questions? Nope. And I can vouch for the European merchant. I'm leaving the grocery store and my mom is calling me. And she was freaking out. She had put me in a three-way call. I had no idea with her bank and her. And she said, I just ordered my patch-ups and the bank fraud department called me saying that it's not legit and da-da-da-da-da. So my mom was freaking out. It'll get taken care of, though. There's always kinks and bumps and brand new things, and there's
the way that they explained it, you know, again, it may be frustrating, but it made so much sense because they talked to us, like the 5 stars, and went a little bit more in depth on it and said that, like, while CBD is legal in all 50 states, there's still some legislature in place that makes it hard for, like, so for example, if you lived in Colorado and you wanted to walk into a store and buy weed, like most of those stores are going to be cash stores. You can't use a credit card to purchase that stuff with. And so that's what we're running into with the CBD, is that there's still stuff that is federally not allowed that is statewide allowed. And so that's why we have to have the offshore merchant. And they said, you know, like there's other companies that have used in-country merchants to do this, but they kind of snuck around and did it or called the product something else. And then the merchant can come in and shut down all processing of orders, which means that wouldn't shut down processing of just the patch up orders, but it would shut down every order. So, you know, we may have a little bit of a headache with this right now until some of the laws come through for us on our side. But I'd much rather have that than not be able to process any orders.
Right. And I don't want to keep a bunch of patches at my house, you know, just to get somebody's cash for it. So, no, I think this is great. And, you know, we can, just like I said, we can jump over the hurdle. And this might not happen for everybody. Like it could only be, you know, small banks and whatnot. And my mom's bank is pretty small. And so, you know, I told her just that it was just probably a different merchant coming out and played it cool and kept a positive attitude about it, and she's all right with it. And that's all you need to do is make sure that you have that, you know, in the back of your mind that could happen, and you have the ability to talk to somebody and turn it into a positive. Is there any more questions? So if a customer says their bank denies it due to what do we do? I would send it on up your upline to your closest 3-star, or have that customer chat, text, or call into customer service, and we can get that reran. But they need to make sure that it is approved through their bank, so that when we go to reprocess it, it doesn't deny it again.
Yeah, and I think Dean also said that our TVH card, so if they're an associate, if this ever happens to somebody that is an associate, is more like international charge friendly than like a small bank or a credit card might be, and those are tending to go through more efficiently. And also, if it does deny their credit card, they have HyperWallet funds. They can log into their back office and reprocess it and use their HyperWallet, and then they don't have to worry about it. Again, that's obviously only if they are an associate that is applicable, but just some, you know, notes for future reference that might be helpful.
Thank you. Okay, is there anything else? Thank you, Lindsay and Maury, for jumping on and giving your tips and advice and everything that you bring to the table. I love you both, and I love you, Allie, and I hope you feel better because you sound like poop. And sorry again that I was late. No, it won't ever happen again. Crazy day.
I'm just going to have to give my voice a break, that's all.
Yeah, why don't you tell Darren to yell at the kids instead of you.
Yeah, right.
Your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you. We did a little something different with the color this time, so
I like it.
thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to hop off here. I've got people that'll be at my house in like 20 minutes, and yeah. I love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day and weekend. Jump on Power Hour tomorrow. What time is it, Allie? I think at 10, right? Yep, 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. with Miss Kaylee.
Cool. All right. Love you all. Bye-bye.